Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving a brow lamination a go at home. I got this kit off Amazon from a brand called Basico. I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty basic to follow. It was around £15, but all the products I use will be linked down below. I got this, it's taken me up to the third lockdown to give in, but I thought why not, let's just give it a go. If it goes wrong, I'm not going to be seeing anyone, so it doesn't matter. I also got some brow tint as well, just to go the whole hog and give it a go. So if this sounds like your kind of video, then keep on watching. So I'm starting off just by tying my hair around the back of my head just to get it out of the way. This makes life so much easier, and I was really scared about getting any of the product in my hair as well. I'm then just taking some micellar water and wiping my face. I had makeup on before, so I just want to make sure that's all off. Exposing my sensitive skin here because it goes red at literally anything. But I just wanted to make sure any product, any oils off my eyebrows so the product was really stick and hold in place. This is what you get in the kit. You get tons of stuff. You get enough to do brow lamination and eyelash curling, but I'm obviously only using the brow lamination stuff. You get instructions for both, which I thought was pretty good, and I'm obviously going to be following the ones for the brow lamination today. These are all the products you get. You get 5 different kind of products and then 2 different applicator tools and lift pads as well, so I thought it was really good price. So the first step is to take the cleanser solution and a cotton pad to clean your eyebrows, removing any makeup or skincare residue. Allow to dry before proceeding. This is what I did with the micellar water, but this makes sure it's really cleansed and there's literally no product on there at all. It felt really therapeutic to do this actually. You can see I'm getting really in there, but you have to make sure that no oils or anything are in your eyebrows, otherwise it just doesn't stick or doesn't work. So that's what I'm doing there, and I'm just using a reusable cotton pad to do so. Then for step 2, I'm just taking one of the pink spoolie brushes that comes in the kit, and you apply a thin layer of the lash glue on the eyebrows. Use the pink brush tool to straighten the hairs in the desired shape and direction. Leave the glue on for 1 minute. This felt so strange and so unnatural to do. I didn't realize this was the process of brow lamination, but you are essentially gluing your hairs in place on your head. Really strange, but also quite therapeutic. I couldn't quite make it out, but it just felt so crispy, and you also want to work really quickly, so just apply it to one eyebrow at a time and just work along the eyebrow like I'm doing here. I've paid specific attention to just brushing them up, and then I kind of put them in the direction I wanted them at the top, but the priority there really is to just get them up, because that's where you're going to want to fix them in place and get that real brow lamination look. My eyebrows are pretty fair and pretty thin, so I was hoping for miracles from this, but if you have bigger eyebrows you're going to get a better result. But this just felt a really strange step and just so unnatural. I've never ever applied lash glue to my eyebrows, but there we go. You know, lockdown number 3, it makes you do weird and wonderful things. You're then going to want to let that sit there for a minute, which is what I did, and made sure I used the timer so it didn't go over. Next up, you want to use one of the green mini cotton buds, which is the green brush there, and apply the perm solution all over the eyebrow. Be careful not to move the brow hairs that you've stuck in place with the brow glue. So I'm just going over these quite gently to start off with, and then I'm just kind of working it in as I'm going along the brow. But you just want to be quite liberal with this product, I believe. It never said how much you should apply, but I just wanted to make sure that I fully saturated every single hair on my eyebrow. So I went along both brows a number of times just to make sure that I got literally every single hair, and I mimicked the hair strokes that I had created with that lash glue to make sure that it really sticks in place. This again was a very weird therapeutic experience, but you could almost feel the product on your eyebrows building up. I presume that you get rid of that towards the end, but it just felt really strange, and I was already looking at the results like, I don't know whether this is going to suit me or not, but we're here for the ride. Why not just give it a go? Then once you've done that, you want to take the infamous cling film that everyone does on their brow lamination, and you want to cover your eyebrows for 10 minutes once they are set in place with the perm solution. So make sure that you set yourself a 10-minute timer whilst you're looking pretty sexy with cling film on your eyes, and let that set. Make sure again you don't go too over because it could make your eyebrow hairs fall out, which I've seen other people do, and it scared me to death. So I follow the rules like Bible. After the 10 minutes are up, you're going to then want to remove that cling film from your eyebrows and see what the perm solution has done. Next up, use the mini cotton bud from the green brush tool that you get in the kit and wipe off any remaining solution from the previous step. So you want to just get any kind of excess, and then you want to apply the fixed solution onto your eyebrows. Next, cover them with cling film for around 10 minutes, and then you remove the cling film after 10 minutes. So again, I was pretty strict with this. With the fixed solution, I was really, again, liberal, really wanted to make sure everything was saturated. I could always remove excess after, but I didn't want to put too little on, then have to repeat any steps and then any like hairs fall out or anything. That was my biggest fear because I have seen that happen to other people. And I was so scared. I don't actually know why I did this because I was so petrified of like my hairs falling out, but I thought, why not give it a go, film the process for you guys, and either encourage you or deter you from doing it yourself. And here I am just covering those with the cling film once again for another 10 minutes. The next step is to take the applicator tool that comes in this little box within the kit, and one of them has a like brush side. I forgot to mention you need to take that cling film off, and then see here it has like a very kind of stiff brush side. So using that, you want to remove the residue of the solution from your eyebrow. So you're basically scraping off any product that is left on, but I did notice that my hairs were still kind of moving on that eyebrow that I keep fiddling around with. So I kept trying to like just push them back in place. I didn't know what was going on. Next up, you want to use the comb from the pink brush tool and apply the Nourish solution to your lashes, brushing them through evenly and leave for a few minutes. I just dipped the brush into the pot and it picked up far too much product, so don't do that. Just like put it in a little dispenser and then just coat a little bit. As you can probably see here, I packed so much product on and I tried to save what I could back in the tub, but oh well. And then I left that for a few minutes, and then you need to take a cotton pad and clean your eyebrows using the cleanse solution, and then you brush your eyebrows using the pink brush tool once done. So that basically leads us onto the brow lamination process, pretty much done. I'll show you the results before I go on to tint them, but it felt really weird when you were brushing them out with this cotton wool pad. You could feel them being just super crispy, even though you were removing the leftover product. And obviously when you put glue and then a perm solution on your eyebrows, I don't know what I expected. They weren't going to be soft and fluffy, but it just felt really bizarre. And I also found that hair movement was still on my eyebrow, so I was a bit concerned that it didn't fully work, but I thought I could always give it another go if I like the results. So I just hoped for the best. Again, this is a bit of a theme in today's video. I just hoped that they would be okay, and I was just so happy that none of my hairs had actually fallen out during the process. And then, as I said before, I'm just taking that pink spoolie brush that comes in the kit and just brushing my eyebrows in the desired shape that I wanted to achieve from the brow lamination, should every hair have actually stuck down to my skin. I just wanted to show you there the movement of my hair. Like, I definitely shouldn't have had that on that eyebrow. So I don't know what didn't work, but it just was a bit concerning that the perming solution, the lash glue and everything like that just didn't work. The other eyebrow was absolutely fine, but this one just did not take. I'm going to try the process again another time and see if I just have like a dodgy eyebrow, or whether the solution just didn't work, or I applied it on one eyebrow first so it worked better. I don't know, but there we go. And this is what it's looking like before I put the tint on. I have very fair eyebrows, so you can't see them too well, but hopefully you can see that brow lamination look that I have achieved from that. I'm then taking a makeup brush, like an eyebrow brush, and cleaning that through. And I'm taking the brow tint that I got from Amazon again. This is a Schwarzkopf one, and I just mixed the developer as well as the tint within that little kit. It was a really handy kit actually, because it has everything you need in there, and I just mixed the two together using that brush of mine so I could apply it. I probably should have used something a bit more detailed. I probably should have put Vaseline around my eyebrows before I did this, but I again was just winging it, and I applied it as if I was putting on eyebrow product and just working it into the hairs. I didn't really get it all over the place, so it was fine, but if you're a bit concerned, you can put Vaseline around just to create a bit of a barrier. I focused this specifically on the tail and then working inwards, because I thought if it started to develop end out, then I'll get that kind of ombre effect. I was just worried about my eyebrows becoming too dark because I have very fair eyebrows. That was a real worry of mine. So I just started from the end, worked my way in, and I didn't actually do the bit closest to my nose right at the beginning because I wanted it to stay a bit lighter, and then as the process goes on, I'm just working it away closer and closer in. But I'm just trying to be very, very careful. And if you have fair eyebrows like mine, just keep an eye on this development time, because even though it might say develop in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I think this one said 5 minutes, but it can go dark pretty quickly. And so I would rather have done it. If it didn't work out, then I could have just done it again instead of go too dark. You can't do much with that if it's gone too dark and you don't like it. So that was my thought process, and I just wanted to work my way into my brows and just try to get that definition that I was hoping for. And then I took this little applicator tool that came with the tin, and I just went around my eyebrows in case I did get anything off of the brow. But because this isn't a tin or a dye, it's not going to dye the skin, it is just dyeing the hair. I then left that on for about 5 minutes. I do jump off slightly quicker, but as I was doing that, I did just brush through the product through my brows just to make sure that it was evenly distributed, and I started to see how dark they started getting. So I stopped the timer about 20 seconds prior to when I intended to, just to brush that off, because I was just getting very scared of how dark they were going, and I knew brows that were too dark would not suit me because I have kind of warm hair and this was going a little bit cooler. It's a great dye, to be honest, if you have brown hair, because it has no warmth in it. It's very neutral, but because my hair has a natural warmth to it, I didn't want them to look too weird. So I just brushed that off, and then I tried to keep the hair in the direction that I had tried to set it in from the brow lamination, just to get an overall view on how that looked. And I'm going to show you the finished results. To be honest, I'm not mad at it. The only thing that I'm not happy with is the fact that the hairs didn't fully stick down to my head. I don't know if that was just because I did it wrong. I'm going to try it again, see how I get on. I'll let you guys know on Instagram if I have any more luck. But to be honest, this looks like a brow lamination that I probably expected to achieve. So I'm proud of myself that they didn't fall out and it looks okay. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.